Okay, one, uh, uh, that's a lie. Two, your Istanbul taxi driver fucking lies. All right. Three, there's been a serious population drop post fucking corona. Right. Four, none of that fucking matters if the 4 billion women and like let's say we had exactly 4 billion men and exactly 4 billion women, and there wasn't an unbalance at all, even though all of the data says you're fucking wrong. Like literally all of the current data that's up to date that isn't coming from a fucking grade school from when you were 25 or 30 or however whenever you fucking learned that, however long ago, you old fuck. All right, says you're wrong. Ignoring all that, let's say we had 4 billion men and 4 billion women, and it was totally perfectly equal. Okay, well, if every fuckboy pimp has 50 girls squirreled away on a fucking island, right? Or in a fucking corporate harem until they're past childbearing age, like your hot real estate agent, for example, right? Guess what? They might as well not fucking exist, right? Because they're not dateable. Because they're getting supported by a global decentralized prostitution fucking ring, generating a fake economy from digitally printed money, you dumb fuck. Even if you were right, based on how culture is working, which you're not, right? Women abort. Uh, there's like right. You only need like 3 to 5% of the populations for a fucking revolution to happen, right? Uh, Within the next 3 4 years, 50% of the global female population is about to go no eggs, no children, and that's Morgan Stanley. Okay, so you are wrong. You are a dumb old fuck. If you have shit, I recommend giving it away. If you know women, I recommend you tell them get fucking married now. If you know some old bitches who can't find husbands, tell them they are fucked because this information is spreading virally. Okay? That's the problem with all you old dummies. I think what it was is when you got all doused on LSD by a bunch of people who were including to lie to you and they said it was free love, you just believed them. And you didn't think twice because you had such low experience with hallucinogens. Right? But yeah, you're totally wrong. Like you are totally, absolutely wrong. All right? Okay, and putting up some media shill who's just saying things to make money and doesn't do any more work to verify their positions or ideas than you have done isn't points for you, right? I'm not going to click on this. I'm not going to listen to you. I've been out in the field. I know the deal. I'm younger than you. I haven't been sitting in an artificial wealth bubble my whole fucking life, right? I'm highly educated. I've been around the world twice. I've seen these cultures. I've interviewed dudes who fought the Mujahideen over there. You can go right now online and find a guy going through Afghanistan, and it is like 90% men. Okay. And it all stems from the practice of abortion. Okay, there's been 365 million abortions in just the last 5 years. That alone creates a even including how the fatalities that men experience more than women, and accounting for that mathematically, right? Um, there's been in just the last 5 years a 60 million disparity made just in just in the last 5 years. Okay, well we can in America, so that's globally in the last 5 years. In America, in the last 30 years, we've made a 30 million disparity, which is like what do you call it? And this is just of the abortions we know the sex of. Where in reality, it's probably much larger than that, because even the abortions we don't know the sex of, women technically are most likely aborting women at higher rates than men because they abort females more based off the estrogen in the developing female fetus. Okay. All right. So you're wrong. I'm not gonna. You're getting all your information from YouTube and an artificial wealth bubble created around you by assholes who have been murdering the women and selling the women of their own country for so fucking long that when a dude hitchhikes through there with a fucking GoPro cam, he's running to villages of 200 fucking men. All right, you can go online right now and find a woman in North Korea who has escaped North Korea and come here. It talks about the buying of women to feed these villages to be I'm at my buddy's place. He's got kids. I'm being real quiet. Gang raped to death, and these interviews are available. Okay, so You have fucked up as a generation. Your entire generation is fuck ups, remains fuck ups, and are kind of the most disgusting people on fucking earth. Right? Because you're quoting some shit from some Facebook channel or some news channel, and you're totally out of the conversation in reality. Not only do your opinions don't matter, your life doesn't fucking matter until you can fucking get a hold of reality. So you know, there are people who are like getting ready to move on this because, yeah, you know, you make you make a problem like that, and then you give that problem legs and tell it to come over here and rape your son's fucking fiancés. They stop liking you. These Istanbuli guys, yeah, they lie. They're practicing something called takia. You probably didn't serve in the military or in Afghanistan or Iraq like me or all my fucking friends. You know, I had a buddy who fought with the Kurds, like for almost 5-6 years. And he's telling me they got these mujahideen armies, right? Which are like just, you know, because they have massive displacement problems too, right? Because this is a new problem for us. This is an old problem for them because you dumb old fucks have been like, you know, exporting women from like villages all over the world now since like the 17th century, and you know, and so like, you know, did you know there are more civil conflicts right now in history than any other time in human history? There are currently 88 countries out of like 195 countries embroiled in civil war globally right now. You dumb old fuck, right? Okay. I have people who have eyewitness seen hundreds of thousands of fucking dudes and no females. All right. Okay, I'm a military vet, you dummy, right? Like I'm almost happy to have this conversation with you, and I obviously got on your fucking skin because maybe you can fucking finally use your brain, because maybe you can finally get this word to the golf course fucks. Okay, look up takia. Talk to your average military vet. Go right now and go on YouTube and Google dude goes through Afghanistan on foot and sees no women. Look up the fucking rape of Laura Loomer in fucking India like 7 years ago. Okay, these dudes are practicing takia. They understand they're fucked. They're using any means possible to come over here and fuck us up. And they're lying to everybody, and they're using a bunch of fucking hallucinogen-toting fucking Indians to do it. And you old fucks in this community are cahoots with them, right? That's facts. Of the people I grew up with in my childhood, when I was growing up, we had a nice, like, how is it that all the people I grew up with who settled this fucking land, technically, in the ridge and shit, have all been kicked out of the homes we fucking live in over taxes, right? Not over, and our labors and our position in the community are not factored into this, right? And all our property is being held by a corporate conglomerate. The houses we used to grow up in, nobody lives in, but they are slowly being sold to literal fucking pornographers who have made all their money from the prostitution of those women in this community, increasing this disparity even fucking farther, right? And that's not even going into the fact that the average fuckboy pimp today has 50 fucking women in little fucking OnlyFans studios spread out over the whole fucking community, and those women are also not in fucking society. Okay? Like, yeah, you are the fucking problem. Your ignorance is the fucking problem. Your incapability of being correct is the fucking problem, right? You are operating off bad information, bad intelligence, and you are driving your children and the children of this company into one of the most brutal civil fucking conflicts that has existed in human fucking history, because your incapability to tell these fucking hoes they're wrong, to tell these fucking Indians they're liars, to woke up to the fact that that is what is going on. Right? And so, like, my patience with people like you is an all-time fucking low, dude. And if I was wrong, I wouldn't have 3,000 fucking followers on Instagram. If I wasn't wrong, I wouldn't have a hangar in Alabama filled with fucking people like who understand the problem and trying to get on top of it. If I wasn't wrong, I wouldn't have people training to like, well, they're not listening, we have to get rid of them all before they fucking import another 6,000 disenfranchised males who are trained from birth to rape women behind a facade of spirituality. If these old fucks are going to keep letting them in, we're going to have to kind of fucking put bullets in them, aren't we? You can literally see the Secretary of Defense right now talking to an ex-Special Forces guy as of 2 weeks ago, saying that our fucking population replacement rate has been sub 1.6 for the last 8 fucking years. Okay? So shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Just sit there and twiddle your thumbs and wait for one of the fucking ghosts to remove you and move a family in. Right? Like, in an effort to create a barrier between the mass fucking rape of our community, uh, and our children and our sisters and ourselves. Okay? Right? Did you know in the last 48 hours, a woman has posted on Facebook that she's getting beat by one of the fucking Jamaicans who are supposed to be all peace and love? Another woman got raped by one of these fucking Indians, which have moved in the community in the last fucking 2 years. In the last 24 hours here in this fucking town, dog. So shut the fuck up already. And you don't have to take my word for it, dog. You can go online right now and see English-speaking Sharia Muslims who have successfully more or less conquered Europe because, you know, it's about to be. Have you noticed that Ireland is burning down all the fucking migrant centers in Ireland, right? Because they figured it out. The old fucks in their community figured it out, right? And in the real situation, the problem is way worse in Europe because they can just walk over. They don't have to get sold out by their own fucking grandpas or getting bribed by fucking who knows what. Their own self-superiority and a bunch of fucking liars. Right? They don't have to transition that gap and get fucking fathers to sell out their own fucking sons through ignorance to import millions of these disenfranchised motherfuckers. Okay? Like, all this white guilt, all this shit, this is done. We are a globally connected society now on the ground level through the fucking internet. Everyone knows where the problems lies. The problem lies in the Middle East. The problems lie in the practice of polygamy compounded by the fucking pride. Like how is someone supposed to like, oh, just go get a date like I did back in the fucking day when between my day and your day, you have exported like there's no one to date, dog. They've all been aborted or they're being kept literally in boxes, economically and sociologically. By liars from the other side of the fucking world using our own institutions of fucking economy to print digital fucking currency to segregate men from mates. Wow, and that currency is produced from literally prostitution and the separation of men from women. Okay? So like, I am ready, by the way. Like when this all goes south, like, I'm not going to be protecting you guys. I'm not going to be at the doorstep. I'm just going to be ironing out my own little fucking kingdom, bro. I'm going to just go start poaching just like everybody else. You know, it's all horse trade now these days, old timer. Right? You think anyone cares about these fucking women, dog? I'm like the last man who gives a shit about women. That's reality. Okay? Because you guys obviously don't. Because you don't care that your sisters are getting abused and fucking sexually assaulted 24-7 in your own fucking community. Right? Because oh, it's just young love. Oh, I did something similar. No, you didn't do something similar. You just think you did. Right? You just think you did because you aren't familiar with these fucking cultures. Because you're a traitor to your children, to your fucking country, to women, to fucking the survival of the entire fucking human earth because of your practice of global industry. And you are literally right now, you and the people that you represent through your reliance on the fucking stock market to maintain your way of fucking life right now. You are literally importing an entire class of males, many of which have not seen a woman in their entire fucking lives, who are trained from birth by their priests to institute, how do I put this, deception and rape as a fucking strategy for cultural survival and conquest. You're importing them to work at McDonald's like they're going to get a fucking job. Right? And the people in charge of making sure your companies are run in a safe manner for the earth and the country and all the stocks and everything. Yeah, guess what? They're all run by those same fucking people. Right? If you owned a company and you went to your Indian board of supervisors tomorrow and told them that they need to stop certain practices, they would just use the stock holder fucking whatever, make some legalese up, and they would just put you out of your own country so they keep importing these fucking rapist murderers, dog. Right? These child abusers. Okay? And I'm so sick of you fucking bubble people, dog. You're like George Jetson in the golden fucking Astro house. While everyone, like, but you like, it's not floating, dog. You're still attached to Earth. Okay? You're like in an ivory tower, and you're so high up there, and all you see is fucking clouds. And meanwhile, there are literally ravening fucking loons burning down the entire, everything you rely on to get your food. Your food gets farmed down there. Well, it doesn't get farmed if there are no fucking farms. right? If it's been made illegal to just produce food locally, so that how do I put this? Uh, we are forced to rely on Indian resources. But the Indian resources are just our own food being mailed to them as charity, being stolen by their government, and then repackaged with preservatives and poison and sent back to us. To keep these fucking people alive who are literally poisoning and killing us and come over here with the literal express purpose of rape and conquest behind a smiling face and a bunch of spiritual fucking mumbo jumbo. Okay? And I'm not coming from a place of, oh, this is my prejudice. I grew up on a hippie commune, dude. I'm supposed to be a liberal. Okay, but unfortunately, my eyeballs did not match up with what the dumbsies were telling me. And now we're in a situation because guess what? That happened to every other fucking dude too. You know what I mean? The only, like, I would suggest that if you have any type of resources to put a council of old people together so you can come talk to me fucking personally, that'd be a pretty smart fucking idea, right? Because I'm not actually dangerous. Not to you, not yet. I'm doing everything legally. I'm waiting till these fucking, like, I mean, it might be getting there soon, right? Like, experiencing woman abuse, covert prostitution, and women getting raped within 24 hours by a covert prostitution ring in your own fucking community, which is, you know, like, less than 20-minute drive from you, both fucking incidents. You know, we didn't have this when I was growing up. Not like this, dog. Not like this. Not openly. We didn't have fucking Indians who, based off artificial fucking economy from the stock market, think it's fucking okay to rape a dude's sister to stunt on her. Okay? We didn't have that when I was growing up. We didn't have military vets who were being held back by their family and the law and the police from doing anything because some dude raped his sister, got her pregnant, and abuses her to this day. And the courts force her to maintain a relationship with this man. And he's just some fucking black migrant, dude. He's just some fucking nigger from Syria. You know what I mean? And I would have never used that word growing up, but man, society has changed. Okay? Man, society has changed outside of George Jetson's fucking bubble house. Okay? I'm so glad we're having this conversation. I'm so glad we're having this conversation because it's actually illegal for me to talk to old fucks like you like this on the street, or you'll talk to other old fucks and say I'm crazy and try and get me committed just so you don't have to hear the fucking truth. But guess what? You're fucked in my case, dog. I have a well-established history of military service. I have a well-established history of voluntary civilian military service for no fucking money, mind you. Because these problems are so bad and because most people lack the intelligence, experience, and capability to even approach them. Okay? Like, admit you're wrong, admit you fucked up in your own head, and start adjusting your life accordingly. That would help us out a lot out here on the fucking ground, even if I never fucking meet you in person. Just that simple fucking thing. Just that simple fucking thing. Change your mind when presented with better fucking information and acting fucking accordingly would change things tremendously if the average dude over 75 was capable of doing that. But you don't seem capable of doing that. So right now we're looking at fucking old Yeller and treating you like people with fucking rabies as a possible solution. It's not up to me. It's a vote. But obviously you can see what I fucking advocate for.